Oh, okay. Hey there, Internet. Keeve here, and welcome to the Cars of Keeve YouTube channel. This is a collapsible bucket sprayer. Most of these are categorized in the camp shower category, and obviously it collapses down. So for traveling, very compact. The only issue I have with this and many of the other ones that I have tried, the lids are not sealed. So if it's really, high up, it's going to splash because this has openings in it. This one's 120. $10 off coupon right now puts it at 110. A bit high, maybe. The whole purpose of this is not necessarily to review it as the camp shower or whatever, pictures of it washing off mountain bikes. No, the purpose of this is to use it as our rinseless wash. One item to do everything. This is your bucket. This is your sprayer, all of that in one package. I actually kind of like the fact that you can store the hose in the top here. And the hose, I wrapped it up wrong. That's my fault. I should have wrapped it from this end first, and then this at the end, so that way it would unravel properly. But it's got like this weird detachable thing going on here, and the nozzle was built into this one piece, the nozzle and the brush, and then it comes with another one here. One gives you more of a fan spray, and one gives you more of just a shooting stream. And like I said, they both have the exact same brush. They're hard bristle. Do not use this on your paint. Comes with USB-C charging as well. It comes with instructions. We don't need those. Like I said, here's the lid. You can see through the outside everywhere. It is not sealed. The lid does not really click in. This is a part of it. It kind of sits over this edge to keep it in place, but it does not lock into place. Very small OD tube, maybe 1/8 of an inch, maybe slightly larger. Now I will say it's a pretty stout collapsible bucket. So when it's fully up, it is not leaning. It feels like a bucket, which also means it's not as easy to pull up, but you gotta pull like that. Get one more, come on baby, there we go. You see, very, very tight, but going down, and it's not so bad. You can see down there, there's a warning label. That's when it gets submerged in water, is gonna come out. So I would advise to remove that sticker that says, please do not scoop water. So it's asking you not to do this. I'm assuming because they don't want this to get wet. The side here is a little push button OD connector. Pushes in like that, and then it's secure. And then if you want to take it out, you push, and then it can pop out. So that's nice. I like it like that. But it's just a quick connect. This slides like that. These they snap in, and these are Gardena style quick connect. They say max pressure is about 5 bar. That's about 72 PSI. It's 2 liters per minute, which is a little bit more than a half a gallon a minute. Holds 12 liters, which is about 3.17 gallons. We're gonna use detail code Nemesis, my favorite rinseless wash. Cheap, affordable, 10% off using code CarsOfKeeve at the House of Rags to get this. What I do is I use an old DIY detail bottle because I like their clear bottles. And I have a dispenser here on top. It's always set at 1.5 ounces in here. So it's a 1/2 ounce per gallon for the rinseless wash. There you go. I have my 1.5 ounces. Now, word of advice, I believe if you're mixing anything that you would put the chemical in last with this. Normally with a rinseless wash, I put it in first because they don't foam a whole lot, so I can spray into the bucket and get it to mix. My concern here is with that pickup point for the pump down at the bottom, is this going to concentrate inside the pump, not properly mix back into the liquid? So water first. That's the overview. Before we get to the testing, check the links below for anything in the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let's have some fun. So what I want to do first is I want to make sure that it can truly hold the 3 gallons. Give us a little bit of room at the top as well. So I have my scale here. I'm going to put this on there and then tear it out. Weighs 4.02 pounds if you wanted to know without the lid. With the lid, 4.48 pounds. We tear that out to 0. The good thing is 3 gallons is basically exactly 25 pounds, 25.02 pounds. So I'm gonna fill it up to that point and see where we are. And this is deionized water that we're using here. I always use deionized or distilled water when it comes to rinseless wash. So 1 gallon mark, the water's already right here at 1 gallon. 2 gallons, it's already about right here at this line. Well, that's 25.08, and we are within half an inch to the top. I'm gonna bring this over to you so you can see, like, see where it's at. 3 gallons is, it holds 3 gallons. If you're only going to spray, perfectly fine. But if you're going to put media in there and move your hand in and out, obviously that's too high. You could do 2.5 gallons. I'm just going to go down to 2 gallons because it should be more than enough, especially for a single rinseless wash. Oops, we tipped it over. We didn't scoop it. We tipped it over though. So 2 gallons is going to be 16.68. Now we don't have to be exact. 256 to 1 is the dilution because that's the easiest way to mix rinseless wash, but a little more or a little less is okay. If you do too much rinseless wash to the water, then you're gonna have streaking issues. And then obviously if it's too diluted, then you're gonna have a possibility, it's not gonna be as lubricative. You could possibly have issues there and it's not gonna clean as good, right? So we wanna be around 256 to 1. And for 2 gallons, that is exactly 1 ounce. And since I left this sit forever, it is basically kind of fell back into the bottle. We are exactly 1 ounce right there. Here we go. Now I like to use Autofiber flips, microfibers that have been stitched on 2 sides. You can see you flip it inside and out. There's your stitching there. Just makes it easier when you're on the panel like this, moving it around, that's not going to unfold on you. And we're going to see here if all 4 of these is going to displace the water to the point where the water is too high, or are we going to be good? So, and I want to go ahead and mix what's in there now with this one. There we go. And the good thing is without the hose connected, it's not leaking out. The USB-C here is actually really nice because it's a very large rubber piece that just flaps out and then connects in really easily. So you're not the little bitty little push thing in there. And to turn it on, we just hit the button. You see it prepped up and turn it off. There's no hold it for 5-6 seconds and then hold it for 5-6 seconds more to turn it off. It's just instant on, instant off. Now this is the stream. I thought it was stream because the hole, as you can see, is like that, but it's actually a fan, which is good. Big old cone fan. And look at this coverage. This is quick, and not just that, but the droplet size is kind of misty, kind of small, so it covers without too much of it moving down the panel. If we're back here, we get a really good mist, but it's a large enough droplet to get out. We're not wasting a whole lot in the air. See, not a whole lot of splashing of mist. I mean, it's just like you just do a you're done, that whole panel. It's actually pretty good. All right, we change out the top here. So obviously you change out the tops, whatever was inside there and inside of here is going to drip out. And then this looks to be, it's gotta be a fan. Oh, okay, oh, okay. So this is pretty good. So you compare this to the Fantic at about 180, 200 bucks. During Prime Day, it was actually less, but it is a pressure washer gun. So it does about 200 PSI. But I feel like with a rinseless wash, it's not really needed. This is all I need. I mean, that's enough to get loose grit off the surface. This, I actually kind of prefer this a little bit more. The spray pattern is a little heavy on the sides and a little thin in the middle, but we're just putting product on the car. And if we need to rinse something off, so obviously you would cover the car with this first before you put your microfibers in there. But even like I said, as long as they're not like on the bottom, we're good to go. The minute we try to obstruct, oh, it's pumping right through them. Here we go. Let's try again. I'm pushing down. Oh, look at that. It's, Ah, there we go. Okay. We heard it struggle just there for a second. It sucked that microfiber down into that little pump area. So when you're using microfibers, you're going to want them to be really drenched. Unlike a sponge, where the sponge with rinseless wash, you're going to want it not to drip. The reason you want this is because you have 4 sides to this. By the time you get to the 4th side, you've already used a lot of product, got it onto the panel, and you don't want to dry wipe. You want lubricity in here. But normally, just depends on how dirty the car is. This would be just one panel for me. If it's really dirty, then I'm going to flip, and I'm also going to use probably a little more liquid, and I'm going to try to pressure spray as much of that grit off after this is sat on there for a little bit. I'll come back to the gritty areas, get a little bit off, but if not, I want to flip my microfiber and come back here. And then obviously to go to the next panel, I'm going to flip it inside out and then keep on going. This goes into another bucket. I just throw it into my washing machine just like that. So I prefer one of 2 towels. I prefer a smaller towel, smaller footprint, maybe multiple drying towels. I really like this one right here. This is a DIY detail. You can see it's just like an 8x16 rectangle, but it has 1100 GSM at this size. And it's nice and thick. It's twist and loop. So I fold it once and I just wipe down. These are found at the House of Rags, but this I would fold like this if I wanted to, but also I would do the hold here and then put the other hand like this method, where you would, you would use like this at the top of the car, but as you got towards the bottom of the car, you don't want this to touch the ground. You would kind of control with your left hand up here and have this hand, you would just kind of work your way down. And we're trying not to do a whole lot of touching here, or use this one. My stopwatch up here. I was going to time myself spraying to see how long we've been testing, but that didn't work out, did it? So I would use this and I would just wipe, almost like I'm kind of buffing the car when I'm using like a detail spray or something like that. Now you could also use a drying aid, but I don't really see the need to use a drying aid when Rinseless Wash has the lubrication it has. If the car is coated, unless you're just wanting to do a topper, but if the car is coated or has a good sealant on it, Rinseless Wash isn't going to strip that. So you're just cleaning the panel and letting the coating do its job. Let's pull it horizontal here and show, once again, like I said, you want this nice and heavy full of liquid. I would go this way. And you can use any microfiber. It does not have to be this. Just try to make sure that it's a microfiber that's plush. I would say something that's like 500 GSM, 400 GSM, because if it's too thin, it's going to be more likely for you to push too hard with your hand. When it's thick like this, you're just gliding it across the surface. You are not pushing down or anything. You're letting it do the work. You're just keeping it controlled. And then you flip that inside out if both sides are already dirty. Now with this, you could do your hole with the Diva towel. Where you're touching as little as possible. I mean, you're touching it, but your footprint and your pressure is non-existent. You're just kind of using it, the weight of what's getting on there, to just collect that water. Now, obviously, you could also do your spot-free rinse with this. So you could use distilled water, deionized water in here with no rinseless wash. And you're just using this as a way to, replace the beads on the car that could possibly have minerals in them with ones that don't have minerals. And then you would be able to just let it dry without a spot. Does it last 35 minutes? I would say spraying wise, we use maybe 5 minutes worth. It's not 35 minutes of washing time. It's 35 minutes of spray time. So for a car with rinseless wash, we're talking many, many cars on one charge. But we want to see constantly exactly how many minutes it runs. We'll do this. We'll hit the start button. We'll hit the start button. There we go. So there you go. You saw 35 minutes of runtime for sure. We're going to get it. It shut off at 32. We did more than enough to make up that other 2 minutes in our testing to get 35 full minutes of what they said. You saw the decibels right next to it within just a couple inches, 73 decibels, 72. As we got towards the camera, which was maybe not even 3 feet away, we got under 70 dB. We got in the 69 dB range. So not loud at all. And obviously you only hear that noise whenever you're spraying. That's the only time it's going to happen. 120 bucks, $10 off coupon right now, 110. Is it worth it? I think it's on the higher end. It's not something that people who are looking for value and budget will probably gravitate towards. But I actually like it because buckets aren't cheap and electric sprayers aren't cheap. Good electric sprayers aren't cheap. But because you just have a bucket and a pump sprayer for really cheap, absolutely. That's not the point here. The point here is to try to find as many variables as we can and many different processes as that we have out there so people have choices. This may be something somebody wants to do. Who knows? I mean, if you got a Yeti bucket and you're going to tell me that this is expensive, I don't know what to tell you. But there you go. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to check the links below for anything to the video, and I'll see you in the next video. So for travel, 72, they say, oh, blah, 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 blah. Now I use one or two things. So I prefer one. I'm going to use a zip tie to shut this. Oh my gosh. So what we're going to do is I'm going to fill up the bucket. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill this all the way. So I'm going to,